All right. Jerome, when and where was your first date?
Interesting. 2005, Saginaw, Michigan, Cadillac.
2005, Saginaw, Michigan, Cadillac Club. What's the Cadillac Club? Y'all was close. Okay. Okay, Miss Winona. She says movies. Birch Run, Michigan, Saginaw. Okay, you got that part right. July of 2005. What are we gonna say? Oh man, Jerome. Okay, contestants number 2. When and where was your first date?
October 21st. I come back to the year and Spaghetti Warehouse.
Okay, all right. Miss Diane says 2008 Spaghetti Warehouse. What are we gonna say? Okay. Are you ready to answer? When and where was your first date?
2003, Greenwood, Mississippi.
Hey, let's see what your wife has to say. Shoney's 2003, Greenwood, Mississippi. What are we gonna say? So the score, the first set of questions, contestants number 1, 0. Contestants number 2, 5. Contestants number 3, 5. Okay, we'll move on to our second question.
Can we hit them like, like?
I don't know about that, Miss Winona. Miss Winona asked if she can pop him with her pad if he gets the answer wrong. We got the police officer in here. I'm sorry, we can't do it. Okay, question number 2. If your spouse were to associate you with a cartoon character, who would that be? I know it's been a long time since we watched cartoons, but if your spouse were to associate you with a cartoon character, who would that be? Look up at me when you're ready.
Read.
Okay, ladies, are you ready? All right. Contestants number 1. If your spouse was to associate you with a cartoon character, who would that be?
I had to take a step. She really would. But if she must succeed.
Oh, okay, all right. Superman, he said. Superman. His wife said, Fred Flintstone. And the crowd says, oh no. Y'all back at 0. Okay. Contestants number 2. If your spouse were to associate you with a cartoon character, who would that be?
I'm going to go way out and say Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny. Oh, can you explain why you picked Bugs Bunny?
Oh, I heard somebody in the audience say that.
Oh, his wife says Mickey Mouse. So is that, why'd you pick Mickey Mouse?
I love Disney World.
Oh, she loves Disney World and she loves her man. But the crowd goes, all right, contestants number 3. If your spouse were to associate you with a cartoon character, who would that be?
Wow, Coyote.
Howdy, Coyote, okay. She says Woodrow. She said it's not even a cartoon character, but she just thought of it. And the crowd goes, all right. On to our question number 3. If both of you and your spouse were allowed a dinner date with a celebrity of your choice, who would your spouse choose? Who would the husband Okay. Contestants number 1. Who would your spouse say that you would pick for a dinner date? For yourself.
Well, I really would choose her. I'm gonna have to come up with let's say,
He's stalling.
I'm gonna have to go with,
Stalling again.
Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson. His spouse says Barack Obama. She wants you to choose a man, you know. Oh, okay. And the crowd goes. Okay. Who would your spouse say that you would like to do a date with?
Halle Berry.
Ooh, Halle Berry, okay. And your spouse says Gladys Knight. The crowd goes, y'all are such a wonderful crowd. I love y'all. Okay. Who would your spouse say?
If it's a female, Beyonce. If it's a male, just having dinner, Stevie Wonder.
Everybody else got one choice. I don't need you to stick to the rules.
Stevie Wonder.
Oh man, you should have stuck with the first one. Beyonce. That's a halfway yay. But the crowd goes. Okay, so this is the end of our first round. What's the scorekeeper? Contestants number 1, Winona and Jerome. Sorry, goose egg for them. 0 points. Contestants number 2, Diann and Leroy, 5 points. And contestants number 3, Winona and Jerome. Watassa and Ernest, I'm sorry. Watassa and Ernest, 5 points. So we have a tie between contestants number 2 and contestants number 3. We're going to start our second round of questions. These are worth 10 points apiece. So Nona and Jerome, y'all get the chance to kind of catch up. That's right. I'm sorry, I have to keep going behind. He's recording. So, our first question for round number 2.
Switch the pad.
Oh, the man answers the question on the board, and now we get to see what the ladies say. All right, ladies, come on, represent for us. All right, represent for us, ladies. Round number 2. The wives are predicting what the husbands are going to say. Husbands, what is your spouse's all-time favorite movie? What is your spouse's all-time favorite movie? Okay. What is your all-time favorite movie?
It's between The Matrix and X-Men, so I'm going to say X-Men.
She says X-Men. Her spouse says The Muppets. Now, do you like The Muppets? The Muppets. Oh, okay. I was just checking to make sure you just weren't thinking of something off the top of your head. The crowd goes. What is your all-time favorite movie?
Gone with the Wind.
She says Gone with the Wind. He also says Gone with the Wind. All right. Now, what is your all-time favorite movie?
Dreamgirls.
Dreamgirls. She says Dreamgirls. He says Stella gets her groove. I think that's how Stella got her groove back. But the crowd goes. Question number 2. To what song did you and your spouse have your first dance? To what song did you and your spouse have your first dance? Should we say the first dance as husband and wife, or should we say as a couple?
Oh, everybody know that. They don't be in there. What they said, the 90 months?
Okay. All right. What song do you all do your first dance?
Al Green. I guess Let's Stay Together, I guess.
Now, this is your wedding.
Yeah.
And how long ago? Well, your spouse also says Al Green, Let's Stay Together. What song was it for you?
You Send Me, Sam Cooke.
Oh, he says You Send Me Sam Cooke as well. All right. What about you? She says Luther Vandross. Is he changing his answer?
superstar.
Luther Vandross superstar. He says, let's groove tonight. Oh, y'all, this is y'all wedding song. Y'all didn't do a slow dance. Y'all just did a fast dance. And that was it. The crowd goes. All right, on to our third question. What is the honeymoon destination that your spouse would most likely choose for a second honeymoon? What is the honeymoon destination that your spouse will most likely choose for a second honeymoon? What has she been asking you to take her since y'all got married? Okay. Where would you like to go?
Lord, I have no idea. Europe.
Europe, she says. He says, a first one, Space Mountain. So y'all going on first? Y'all going on? Okay. So she wants to go to Space Mountain, you think? Oh, okay. And she just said Europe. Oh, Space Mountain is in Europe? See how much I know, huh? So, he says Space Mountain. He says it's in Europe. Is it in Europe, y'all? No. The crowd goes. You was trying to fool me. You were trying to big guy on me. Okay. Where would you like to go?
Paris, France.
She says to me, oh, she is high class Paris, France. And he says Paris as well. Technical difficulties. So where would you like to go?
Hawaii.
She says Hawaii. He says Hawaii. So that concludes our second round. And the winner is, okay, so contestants number 1, 10 points. Contestants number 2, 35 points. Contestants number 3, 15 points. Our winners are Ms. Diann, Mr. Leroy. We have a small prize for Mr. Leroy and Ms. Diann. Thank you for all the contestants for participating. Oh, she's asking for that trip to Paris for her prize. I don't think the family paid enough if they were giving money for that, but maybe we'll work on that next time. We